Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today we are going to see this new beautiful bike. If you guys don't know what it is, it's pretty complicated to explain. It's not a real official bike in the MX Bikes game, if that makes sense, but someone has uploaded it to the mods page for everyone to try out, explore, and use and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead, give it our best go, give it a shot, see how we like it. I'm going to use it on some motocross a little bit later as well. So we'll have Supercross and motocross in this video. But this thing is the factory 250, so it's not like a 250 and you got to tune it, you got to get it right. This thing is the quote-unquote factory 250 Honda. So we're going to have to work with a lot of power, almost probably 350 cc's equal is kind of what it feels like. So also, I have not ridden Supercross in a long time, but I already rode about 2 laps on the Paula track, that the Paula track for the outdoor nationals so far this season. So the one that recently came out this past round of aerial outdoors, and we have Hangtown. Well, it'll be the day that you guys are watching this. Also tune into the stream. But yeah, we've got a lot here that is very interesting, and this bike is definitely one of my favorites in the game by far. It has so much power and just free range ability to do, you can kind of do whatever you want with it. I'm gonna be honest. You can, mess with it. You can put it into like unimaginable spots. It's so agile. It moves really well, and this is my first time on Supercross. But just on the motocross side of things, it was so nice. I dialed in a nice setup for it already. It's not like the best setup you'll ever like see or hear, but it's something to at least get it started and going at least. Oh my goodness, this gear says something else, man. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna sit here, experiment with it, ride it for a little bit, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as we go. But I do think that this is something like we should see more in the community. All right, people getting creative, making bikes. We can't leave it all up to the OEM team. Let's give some other people some shots. Let's get them going here on it. Oh boy. So I'm seeing if these lines are a little bit more possible now, where I could barely get them on the I think I was riding the Kawasaki at the time, so I can't really say for the stock CRF 250, which is the Honda. So we'll see. But this track has a lot of bigger lines that we will try to adjust to. We'll hop up on off here. Still trying to get my Supercross legs back under me. We'll go 4th gear, try to blitz these quite nice. Gonna need a better like setup for that. Definitely probably need to dampen the front as well. We'll air this out quite nice, get over this, and then easily, oh my goodness, easily get over that. It's not even a question. That is crazy right there. We'll go around this corner and oh my goodness, over this. I was gonna say big brop over that, but I don't know. Can we get, so we got that triple very easily, and then it's that next quad line that normally gives some trouble. So I don't know. We'll see here. We'll go over this lap again. We'll go over this track again and give it our best shot. We're not going for any heaters here or anything. I don't even have the max HUD on at this point either. I keep forgetting how to go through that dragon's back, how I did back in the day. All right, back in my prime. This track was definitely a fun one when it first came out. I grinded it a lot, and I think I didn't even qualify in for some reason. I don't think I even tried to qualify it. I can't remember what happened, but I remember something happened in terms of qualifying. Look, I even made a big mistake before then, and I still got it. But yeah, this thing so far as a basic Supercross rider right now, we're not in the Supercross, groove of anything at all. So let's see if we can grease that. And then 3rd gear, look at that, absolutely greases that section. That is incredible, man. This bike is fire. This thing is gone right now. I mean, this thing is insanely like out far right now. Probably my favorite bike, if we can get on and off there. I'm just gonna resort to that outside, I think. Also, the sound mod on it is awesome. I love the sound that it has. I mean, that is just polished. I went ahead and went back to pits, cleaned out my bike to redo this, because I think I'm just going to go to the outside here and give myself a chance at hitting it from there. Can we still get this triple? See how much power the bike really has. Not all that much, but we'll go third gear into here. Seems like the front wheel stays a little low. First things first, so maybe fork height could be adjusted, offset, all that fun stuff if you want to get into bike setup. I'm sure there's some really good ones that are going to be out by the time you guys are seeing this on this bike. But this bike is by far and away my favorite, and this is only me on Supercross, dude. This would be sick if all the 250s had this much like tamed power. Because sure, you can give them all power, right? But it's like, why would you do that? They're 250s, they're meant to be lower. This kind of gives you a start-stop ability like no other. Like you see in Supercross sometimes, like how some guys are tripling out of these slow corners, and you can kind of just watch them seat bounce, and it looks like just pure perfection and whatnot. So that is definitely the goal for MX bikes one day, is to be able to get these bikes as close to real as possible. And I think that this bike does a good job of trying to capture some of that instant power of a factory bike. Sure, you can still, you know, get some out of whatever, and you're like, why don't you just ride the 450 or 350s? Because it still feels kind of tamed. It still feels like a 250 in a way. I mean, I'm going to go ride motocross here in just a minute and show you guys, but it just feels so, like, insane. It's hard to explain, but we'll finish up this lap right here. We'll go for the line. That's quite easy now. So yeah, this is awesome. I love this bike. 10 out of 10 on Supercross, and I don't even have my Supercross legs under me right now. So back here on the motocross side of things, and there's so much of this bike that I want to talk about and test. But the main thing I kind of want to talk about is I wish this is how all the 250s were. Sure, the speed would be elevated. Sure, we'd have to figure out another, you know, new wave of bikes. But bro, I mean, if all the 250s were like this, like even close to this, that'd be so sick. But you know, we're fortunate to have what we have so far in the game with all the models and whatnot and all the different bikes already, and I do thank the OEM team for that a lot. But this bike is incredible, dude. I think it just shows you the potential that, you know, you can have in this game if, you know, I don't know how long it took, I don't know all that, I don't know, but it just shows you the potential of what the bikes could be. And for a 250, I mean, this thing is not quite dialed in. Obviously, you could do some settings, give it probably a little less power, but you need some new stuff. Definitely, you know, new tires on it. I don't know, but this bike is fire. Today's video was supposed to be the Huron compound that is now free. So if you guys want to do that, go get that. It's in the MX Bike Shop. It's free right now. So if you guys want free Bible tracks or free paid tracks, then now's the time to do it. They're giving out one for each week of June. But other than that, this bike is just I mean, I want to talk so much about it in so much different perspectives, so much different, you know, like, I don't know, there's so many different things. I don't even know what to title this video. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so crazy that this is a thing in the game. But to think that I'm going to have to go back onto the CRF 250, the normal kind, is going to kill me. Because how much testing and time I want to put on this one right now, that has just absolutely captivated the game for me. Dear Lord, I would love to just step back up on this and or step back down to the CRF 250 and it be just like this. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Also, this bike has some very, like, stingy, I guess, very different, very unique suspension to any 250 I've felt so far from the update. It seems very hippity-hoppity, engine brake's not that high. A lot of stuff definitely is a lot different. That's what I mean by, if I could take, you know, if I wanted to take all my time and work on this bike instead of trying to get ready for, you know, the real races and whatnot, and aerial and whatnot, then I would do that. But unfortunately, they're not racing this bike, so it is a little unfortunate. But I'll definitely be riding this bike for sure. I don't see why I wouldn't. This bike is incredible. Like I said, it's probably my favorite in the game, and I'll only continue to, you know, like it the more and more I ride it, for sure. The more and more you get used to it. But I would say that this is like a tamed 350, like power. bottled up into a 250 model and has certain characteristics that still stays as a 250. It's incredible. I've used that word plenty of times, but dude, it's just so nuts that this is in the game, that this is a thing, that this is what we can have. I mean, we're seeing a glimpse of it right now of what bikes can look like and how fast they could be, but unfortunately, you know, they make them certain ways, I guess, and the OEM team, that is, makes the bikes certain ways, I guess, and could be for a reason, but a little bit more power definitely couldn't hurt, especially with the 250s, who, or what feels so, you know, maybe overkill for the 450s. You know, maybe you can try to balance that out with the 250s and still, you know, like we see Jet Lawrence, you know, put up 450 lap times all the time, and, you know, you can never see that from, like, the top pros here. I mean, sure, it gets close, but especially out in motocross, no way. It's just kind of a weird comparison. Like I said, I could probably talk all day on this stuff. The video's already going on a bit long, but dude, this is just nuts. I can't believe that this is a thing in our game, and I will be doing videos on this in the future. You can bet on that for sure. But it looks like I think I have my next 3 uploads pretty much, you know, dialed in and done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot. And yeah, definitely more to come from this bike and me. Any of my old content that you guys go watch, or any other content of mine that you guys watch, I'll see you guys there. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.